in this synth era of rap, like it's very easy for stuff to sound the same. Like everyone's just being repetitive, everyone's using the same sounds and using the same VSTs. Like, don't get it twisted, it hits hard. Like, I listen to that stuff, I still make that kind of stuff, but you know, every now and then when I'm making these type of loops or samples, I try to give it a unique edge. And today I'm gonna break one of these samples down. So I actually built this whole sample around a bass from OPXA, which is something I like to do sometimes, like just switch up my workflow. This was the first pattern. There's the second one. So yeah, it's a proper like big bass with a lot of harmonics in it. Almost like a lead or something's in there, or like, I don't know, but I really took a liking to it. The next sound I used was from Prince, which is not really a VST that you'd expect in this type of sample, but they have some heat in there for like the more like electronic styles, bro. Like, I'm telling you. There's the sound I used. For the effects, I used the flanger from Arturia, and I also used the flanges, and I also used the Rocky Free, cut off highs and lows, of course. The next sound I used was from Prince again, and it was just a pluck. I just wanted to create a catchy melody to just follow through the whole sample and just, you know, stick in the listener's head. So yeah, it's very simple, it's just some arpeggiated chords. For the effects, I added the autochroma. I just used the default preset and it doesn't really do anything crazy to it. It just makes it sound a bit more like delayed. Let me just show you what I mean. So this is without it. This is with it. Then of course a Pro Q3. The next sound I used was from Twin 2. This is a very underrated VST for like just basic synth sounds. There's loads to choose from and it's very easy to use, as you can see by the interface. So yeah, just a simple low lead just to fill in some gaps. And I literally added no effects to this. I didn't even vary any velocities. I wanted like a proper virtual sound. The next sound I used was from Cube, and funny enough, it's just a default preset. And this is actually my favorite preset on the whole of Cube. And I have a lot of sounds on Cube, but this sound is just so simple, and you can just use it to make so many other sounds. So as you can hear, I use this as just a glitchy like ear candy to just go through the whole sample, and it's very present within the sample, and it just offers like a nice shift in rhythm, and it's kind of catchy. I literally added one effect, and that was just fragments. This is my own preset on fragments, one of my signature presets, and I love this preset so much. You might have even heard me use it quite a bit before. I might just drop the source, but this here, that's what's doing the. This is what it sounds like without the fragments on it. With the fragments, I know, man, crazy right? I know. Next, I actually pitched down the pluck from Prince to create this. This is just for the switch up, well, not really a switch up, just to add some alternation. For the effects, of course, I use a sound shifter to pitch it down by 12. Then I use the CLA2A, I use the flanger, and then I use the Pro Q3 to cut off some of the lows. Well, a lot of the lows, even some of the mids. The next sound I used was from Arcade. It was just a vocal, but me being such a cheapskate, I just took my free subscription and I exported it. And so yeah, I can't even show you the preset on Arcade because I do that for Arcade, and then whenever I need it, I get it back. Don't waste your money. You don't need these sounds half the time. Get it when you need them. I'm telling you, bro. This is what it sounds like. I'm not gonna lie, boys. It is very likely that I used the Melodyne to alternate it right here. Very likely, but my Melodyne's gone. I guess because of CPU. But because these loops right here, they're pretty much the same. It's just that some of the notes are changed, and I don't think Arcade will allow me to just do that. So let's just say I use Melodyne. And for the effects, of course, I use the CLA2A. I use the pancake just to move it left and right, make it sound a bit more interesting. And I use this EQ curve. The next sound was this texture, and this pretty much repeats throughout the whole loop. To get this sound, I actually ran that Synth Pluck through multiple autochroma presets, and I just had Edison on to capture all of it. Like, if you don't know, that's a trick I use a lot throughout my samples. I always have some type of Edison on my master, on a sound, anywhere. That one moment you turn the knob could have been the most amazing sound you ever heard, but you might just have missed it and you could have never gone back to it again. That's the beauty of Edison. Edison captures everything in 4K. Yeah, of course, it sounds weird without context. If you have an ear, you know that you can use this for something, but just having them there just for when you might need them later is so useful. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up this sample. It's very simple. There's actually not that much to it, but there's so much depth when everything plays together because it's in such harmony. And yeah, I'm just gonna play the final sample. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. I just wanted to show that when you're making these type of synth wave, EDM inspired rap, whatever type of loops, whatever you call them, you don't have to follow the norms and you can still make them sound interesting without, you know, going the traditional routes that everyone's doing right now. Remember to always keep practicing no matter what, every day. That's how everyone gets better. That's how I got better. That's how, not even just in music, but in general. Keep practicing. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, leave a comment. Feel free to DM me as well. Anything you want, questions, queries, video ideas, anything you want to see, anything you think I can help you with. With that being said, see you guys in a bit.